Hi everybody, today is May 27th, it's Memorial Day, and I'm out here in the garden. Happy that I've gotten everything done that I wanted to get done this weekend. I finally got the last bed done today, so everything on this side is done and planted. These are all seeds, these 3 beds, and a cucumber. So I have 5 beds that I planted all as seeds, and I have a tough time with seeds here because the weeds grow so fast that I can't. Most of the time the weeds grow faster than my plants and I lose the plants. I'm extremely overwhelmed by the weeds in the yard this year. We have had a lot of rain, so they're huge. They're just, everything in this yard is huge. Everywhere you walk, they're scratching on your legs. There's thistles, which I've been trying to get rid of for the last couple of years, but they are everywhere. And they're tall, and these I'll be able to take the lawnmower to. But even there's patches of grass over there that are over 2 feet tall. Well, a lot of places. It is stressful. This is very stressful to me, all these weeds. And look at this one. I found this one. I keep thinking maybe there's going to be some kind of nice weed. So I'm looking at these little things and I'm like, oh, those are pretty. So I looked it up and those are, I forgot, some kind of bindweed. It's a bindweed and it's actually like a vine. And it grows all over everything and it can strangle all your plants. And so it's growing up along my garden and it's just stressful. I've got these white campion things. I've got clovers. These, I don't like these. They're kind of pretty right now, but I don't like them because then they turn into these ugly things and they just are vicious. So I'm really stressing about the weeds this year. I just have not been able to get a handle on them yet. I can walk through this garden every day and I'll come back, or there'll be one little teeny tiny weed and I'll be like, oh, I'll get that tomorrow. So I've been out here long enough. And I come back tomorrow and that 2-inch weed is 8 inches tall. So it is it's stressful. And all along here, that's just so ugly. So thankfully I'll be able to weed whack that, but it's just hard dealing with the weeds when you want to be dealing with the plants. So I think that's my biggest thing with it. I'd rather be working on my plants than dealing with all these weeds. The plants are all doing pretty good. Not all of them are happy with the sun, but look at these. These broccolis are just really nice. They're really standing up, and these are those cucumbers. I even had a hard time getting cucumbers up last year, so we'll see if any of this grows. I feel like I'm gonna have 5 beds of weeds though. That's how I'm feeling at this point. I put beans in here, but there's a lot of space in there, and then there's these itty bitty ones, and I'll pull them out today, but those I'll come back and then there'll be 50 of them tomorrow. So yep, weeds are one up right now. They're getting the best of me. I did not put beans all the way over in this bed today. I'm gonna wait. Sometimes I like doing just a little bit of the beans later, because those will all be getting old and tired, and so it's kind of nice to start these in a couple weeks. I thought I'll do that with some plants once I get the other side of the garden done. I need to start on that this week, and again, it's the weeds that I'm really stressing about. This side, I'm not even done with the paths on this side. But these are coming up nice and strong right in the paths. Yeah, look at these. It's just, yeah. I'm feeling defeated today. Like I said, they've got one up on me this week because I am feeling overwhelmed by the weeds. Yeah, so it's always, I don't even know what all these weeds are. Some of these are new weeds to me. It's kind of funny how every year there's There's different weeds. I mean, they're the same. There's a lot of the ones that are the same, but then there's a lot of different ones. Peppers never had too many weeds, so that's nice, but they're getting them. So, I mean, this will be quick to clean this out. And then we got Mama Bird there. She's still sitting there. See? Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama Bird. I got like a glove there. That's how I can find her, because I know she's next to the glove. If she's not there, then I can look for the eggs. Yeah, so she's getting more used to me now. I still don't think I'm gonna do much in that bed, but I do need to work on this one. So she's gonna have to get used to me. I can see there's lots of weeds growing up under this weed fabric, so I gotta get it done soon. It looks like something came in my garden and ate all my beet tops off last night. Uh-oh. That doesn't happen very often in here. But there's definitely tops missing. That's not good. Onions are getting big. Look at how nice the onions look. Those look very nice. And then they got the little seed bulb at the top. Those beets are okay. But like, look at those. Something ate them. Huh. And in the middle, there's lots of weeds. I don't know if I just need to get more mulch. I think a lot of my mulch has gotten thin from last year. So I do need to get more mulch in here. But then I think of that, and that just all sounds overwhelming. It's just all, it does seem overwhelming this year. There's a big bumblebee. I have lots of pollinators already. So I need to get my plants going out here. June's coming very fast, so I'll probably just be working on 1 or maybe 2 beds a night. I should be doing at least 2. Oh, there she's yelling at me. See, she'll get her really mad. See, I can see how she puffs up. See? And then she'll start dancing around. All right, so anyways, I should do 2 a day. Would be ideal. I'm thinking I'm gonna start with the Roma tomatoes. I like the determinate ones. So those are ready to come out. So I think I'll start with those. Peppers do need to come out. I do have some that are starting to get flowers on them. So they do need to come out soon, but I like keeping them in as long as possible. See, look at these things. These are those white champion things. Campion, I don't know how you say it. But see, they get huge and they just overtake everything. So I want to get the determinate ones in though, because I have all the tomato towers, and then that'll get those cleared up. I also wanted to work on the new tomato trellises, and I haven't even started that. I wanted to start that over a month ago and just never got to it. So, yeah, so I'll start in the determinate beds, and then I will get the other ones going as soon as possible. I'd also like to get the zucchinis. I haven't really decided about zucchinis yet, and what to do about the squash bugs. I did buy weird stuff, high phosphorus, I think Dr. Earth's fertilizer, because I heard sometimes the smell keeps them away. So I did buy some of that, so I'm hoping to try that, and maybe that will work. Look at this. I have a lot of mushrooms this year. So there are more mushrooms. I'm gonna have to look into those a little bit more, why I have so many. I have lots of pollinators. I have mushrooms. I think I have some good things in this garden. So we'll see. Worms, when I dig a hole, there is always a worm in it. And I know that's why you're not supposed to till, is because of that stuff. And so I'm happy that I'm not really tilling this year. I am going to till where I'm going to put the new beds. I got to till that up. But then hopefully that'll be the last time. So we'll see how this goes. I just, like over there, I added, you know, nice loose soil on top and mulch and compost and everything. So I'm hoping that works and we can get something like that going on here. But this is it. This is really the nightmare that's left. And now I'm calling it a nightmare. It's really not, but that's what I'm going to call it because it's still, I think there's like 16 beds over here, something like that. And there's just a lot of beds to do yet. And I get tired after I do a couple of them. So either that or I just need more help. I'll have to get some help here too. My nice neighbor did say she would come help me a little bit. So maybe 1 or 2 days I'll have her help and I'll get more done. Like maybe I'll get the weeds all cleaned out and she can just come over and help me get the plants in. So it just takes time. It's not hard. It just, when you're doing it all by yourself, it just takes a lot of time. Like the farmers over here that are working over there, for the most part, they do it themselves. So they've been out there for weeks and weeks now for 12 hours a day planting their plants. But then there's like one day, usually in May or early June, just in order to get the rest of their stuff in, they will just have like 30 people over. Everybody will spend a couple hours planting so they can just get all the rest of everything in, and then they just have a big grill out, and then it's a big social thing. I would love to be able to do something like that. So maybe I always thought that like with the strawberries, I wanted to do that. I wanted to do like breakfast at the farm. So just come outside, and help me dig out a little patch of the strawberries, put straw down around them, and then come in and I'll have a big breakfast. But I don't know, I suggested that to a couple people. I thought, if everybody just spends 15 minutes just working on a little patch of the strawberries, we could all have strawberries. But yeah, when I suggested it, everybody was like, that's too much work. We don't want to come work. So I'm like, okay. I thought it sounded like a fabulous idea, but, and then nice breakfast, but nobody seemed to want to do that. I don't know why. So anyways, so that was my thoughts for today. That's it. I'm getting there. Garden is slowly getting together. I'm so happy that I finished. That was my goal, was to get that half done. It was a 4-day weekend, and that was my goal, was to finish it. And I mean, for the most part, it's finished. It will never be finished. There's so many weeds growing and watering to try and get these seeds to grow. Have to do something to try and keep the cabbage moth off the cabbages and all this stuff. But hopefully it's good. It's to a good point for the weekend. So I hope you also got lots done. I hope you're having more luck battling weeds than I am. If you have any other super great tips for that, just please put them in the comments below, because I know everybody has a problem with weeds for the most part. So everybody would appreciate it. So, all right, well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Bye.